tunnel as they get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. And we are underway in Buffalo. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now the 1st carry for Zach Moss. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Moss. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Moss once more. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Zach Moss, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips. And then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
They'll look to run with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Arnold. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just enough to get the first down there with a 1-yard pickup. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
On first down, here's Breida. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Six yards left on second down. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Running out of the gun here, Breida might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Allen eluding the pressure right. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they'll get him down right around the 16. A gain of 3, 2nd down. To the air, Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. It's 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Second down and goal. Allen, flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, as the first half is winding down. And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And just shedding him off there. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they've got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Check 43. Young lady.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Give me that ball. Here we go.
McCaffrey following the penalty. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker, and the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd and 6.
Double dog. That's the way.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Now a give to Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
56. Watch the
Now a give running left with Moss. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down.
Singletary here running out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Down 80. Check 50. Half 10.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Moss.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They run with Breida. And the step will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Moss. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Singletary will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Darnold. That one going to be complete to David Moore. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. White now to return. Good blocking there and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Hey, we got three down. Watch 80. He likes to get those jump balls.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. And for Darnold, this may be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Oh, and he'll wind up losing yardage on the play. You cannot have that. And also, fourth down now.
And one of the whistles for timeout.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to let it fly. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Levi Wallace with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed.
Of spring. With the loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.